What is up, everybody? Bill with Honest Open Permaculture Hot Farm. And if you don't know, I am in North Carolina, in the Winston-Salem area of North Carolina. We are getting some crazy rains today. They called for 5 inches in today's rainstorm. And I want to show you where my creek is. I've shown you my creek many times, but right now, we don't have a creek anymore. Let me turn you around. We have a lake. Okay, I'm just now entering the woods. You guys have been on this walk with me before. I am just now entering the woods, and there's the creek. This is where I'm standing right now. Where Duchess is, in this water that we're standing in, this is the 100-year floodplain that the creek is running all the way through. Duchess, come back, baby. I'm just hoping that it doesn't wash away Mr. Brew that I just buried on Monday. The bank is at least 10 to 20 feet tall at spots, and it's completely crusted that bank. It's running through my woods right now. So it's in there on the neighbor's back field over there. It's running through my woods and then going over to the other neighbors. It is absolutely crazy right now. And unfortunately, I have seen this before on this property in the 3 short years we've lived here. Last time Hurricane Michael came through, did the same thing to us. Flooded us. Just sounds like it got really loud all of a sudden. Or I'm just now opening it up and I'm just now hearing how much that water's running down there. I was just hoping there wasn't a big old flash coming from up the hill or something. Completely wiped me out. That wouldn't have been good. So I'm in the back field right now where I have all my gardens. The creek is maybe 50 to 75 yards away from here. I do have a few chickens back here that I was a little worried about, and I was just making sure it hasn't come up to them, and it has not. But it's supposed to keep raining all day long, and it's supposed to get harder. And I have to work tonight. So I don't know if I'll be able to see where it's gonna peak. But this is crazy, guys. This is absolutely insane. I'm gonna show you what I'm looking at as I'm walking and still talk to you. I'm taking Duchess on a little walk. Came out and feed the pigs. Animals still need to get fed, even if there's feet of water on the ground. Just about the only thing enjoying this right now is the duckies. They couldn't enjoy it anymore. If we could flood this whole land and they wouldn't be happier. Isn't that right, ducks? Their pond completely overflowing. Then drops down into the creek here, the ditch. I want to show you my neighbor's back field. We're going to walk this way a little bit. It is not a back field anymore. It is a lake. Kind of feel bad for him because he's got 2 ponds back here that he has stocked. He's got fish in, and there's, without a doubt, there's fish escaping right now. He said last time this happened, when Hurricane Michael came through and did this, he found a bunch of dead fish in his field when it dried up. Here's one ditch running off from his land, filling up over here. This is completely full here. And this is where we start getting really, really mushy. It's my Chinampa area, or my Wally Wally, or Waryu. I'm not sure how to call it, but it is here. Obviously in the wetlands, that's where you need a Chinampa. Here is the exit of the woods when we take our walk and come out the other side. Here's the exit. Duchess is wondering what the heck is going on. You're gonna go swimming in our woods, sweetheart. Dutch, come on, don't go too deep. Come on. I know you want to go in there, but we shouldn't. Let's cross over real quick the neighbor's property. I just want to show you what it's doing over here. So look at this crap, guys. So he's got one pond right here that doesn't look like it's been compromised yet. There's a pond. Duchess, come here. Come here. There's a pond Duchess was just about to run into and find out how deep it really is. Right there. Right there. Where all that water is running in. Come here. Duchess. Where all that water right there is running in, there's another pond right there. Probably goes about 10 foot deep. And this is supposed to be a back field. He's got buildings back there, and probably 20 to 50 feet past those buildings is where the creek is supposed to be. So the amount of flooding we are getting right now is ridiculous. Ridiculous. So I know not to fish in this pond this year. It's not going to be any fish in that one. Fish in this one may make it if it doesn't rise anymore. But this is crazy, guys. This is 200 yards past where that creek should be. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, let's head back to the house. Thought that was absolutely nuts, and I had to share it with you guys. Like I said, I've seen it before. I've even showed you before with Hurricane Michael. But things like this don't happen too often, or shouldn't happen too often, I should say. So I wanted to document it, just so I can remember also. If we're gonna get a 100-year flood every 2 years, our 100-year floodplain might need to be moved a little bit, right? Especially with us wanting to build further back on this land at some point. That is worrisome. We don't want our house washing away in a torrential downpour. I know there's things we can do, like bring in dirt. What I really would like to do, ideally, is I would like to dig out some ponds, more up here where we're standing, where the creek is not. Dig out some ponds and use that soil that we dig out of the hole to put in the house spot, so we don't have to buy tons and tons of dirt. We can just move it from one spot to the next. I want ponds on the property anyways. It sounds like a win-win to me. Just some planning needs to be done. And it definitely has to be done in the dry season, that's for sure. If you're in North Carolina, let me know what's going on around your parts. Is it flooding like this? Are you seeing tons of it? We are around the Winston-Salem area. All right, guys, it is the next day, and I wanted to walk you down here and show you what it looks like 24 hours later. Duchess, you want to go? Come on. All right, so we're right here at the entrance where I stopped, entrance of the forest where I stopped yesterday, and it looks completely different. There is no water in the woods anymore. Sorry, it's very, very windy. I'll try to block some of the wind here. But we went this far into the woods last time, and we're standing in water. So let's take a walk through and see what kind of damage happened back here. Obviously everything's pushed over this way. It was running this way, so most of the vegetation is pushed over. Looks like we got some trees down, which is to be expected when you have 3 foot of water running through the woods that's not supposed to be. Doesn't look too bad. I mean, the path is kind of cluttered up right here. Brew, my dog that we buried this week, his cinder block stayed in place, so that means he's still down there. His cross is gone. I thought that may happen. Well, it's all right. We'll make him another cross. We'll make him a purdy one. Let's see. The creek is still very high. It's in its designated area, which is good, but very high, moving very fast, and very muddy. Still a lot of runoff coming. That pipe right there, I should probably take that out, eh? I was trying to fix up actually no, that came from the neighbors. They have a pond up the hill, and that's their runoff pipe. It comes down here. I guess it broke. We'll clean that up at some point, but there's obviously still a lot of runoff coming. And it's still 5 foot taller than it usually is. Sand everywhere. Look how deep. Sandy, muddy, and more sand than mud. Looks like it took a lot of the sand up out of the creek bottom and put it up here on land. Let's walk down this way and see if it ate up the bank. I know last big rain we had when Hurricane Michael came through, it did eat up a lot of the bank. And actually had some trees fall in because of it. Now we're looking. This looks pretty clear. Looks pretty mangled in there. It's quite slippery. I almost fell a couple of times. And we'll see. This is probably where it's going to get hit the hardest because the water runs straight in here and then hits this bank. Look, there's fresh sand right where Duchess is walking. All right there. That tree fell from the last big rainstorm we got right here in this area. Doesn't look like it fell anymore. That one has already been gone. There's a whole big log jam right there on that side. It's like a little island that sticks out, a little jetty right there, and it looks like it caught a bunch of stuff. Let's see about this under. Here's the tube from my my ram pump. I'm working on making a ram pump, and this is the tube I was going to use to feed water into the ram pump. It was way down there. Now I'm glad it didn't go away. I still know where it's at now. That's good. It's really sandy. It has pushed a bunch of sand up on the land. Check the underground creek. I think that's one cool thing. You can always see like little tracks, animal tracks. Underground creek is flowing. What's up, girlfriend? And then here's our crossing point. Oh yeah, man. See, the water was going straight this way, going over that fence. There was a fence there, and pushing into the neighbor's pond, which we showed you yesterday. Dutch's almost ran into that. And the whirlpool pond. Dutch, come on. Let's not walk through that water either. Let's go back the way we came. So, that's what it looks like. Not as much destruction as could have happened. Thank goodness. Let's look across the creek. And how much stuff is just laying flat. Sand all up on the banks. I'm sure it changed what the creek bottom looks like now. It did last time. I'm sure it changed it a little bit again this time. So thank you guys for following me along. Please make sure you hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll catch you on the next one. Later.